That's correct, yes.
Okay.
And first of all, I'm going to show you the brunette, and then I'm going to show you the blonde. Now, the whole thing is about these mousses is they're actually going to restore the body and the bounce of your color-treated hair. Because when you color-treat your hair, it's breaking down inside, and it loses that elasticity and that bounce. It always falls like quite flat, and it just kind of hangs there. So when you can actually use a mousse, now these are alcohol-free. They don't contain the traditional sticky, kind of crunchy resin. So if you're thinking, I don't go near mousse, because it almost feels like you're ripping and tearing and breaking the hair as you're blow drying it. These aren't like that. These are like mousse 2.0. They're a totally reformulation. So no alcohol, no sticky, crunchy resins. They use a rosin that comes from a tree, so it's flexible. It gives you loads of body and bounce. But as an added little bonus, so though for those brunettes out there, okay, whether you go to a salon, whether you color treat your hair at home yourself, it pulls red when it fades. And it drives our clients crazy when we're in the salons when they see red. So what this mousse actually has is an added bonus. It has a lovely teal color to it. Do you see that? And that teal actually neutralizes any red tones that you can pick up in your brunette hair. Now, if you're blonde, your hair pulls yellow. It can dull, it can discolor, but it can kind of get these yellow kind of brassy tones. So now we have got a lavender tone, okay, which neutralizes
that's so cool.
Now, I have to tell you, it was so funny, like Jamie backstage, I wish he could have a microphone on, because I pulled out this mousse to style her hair earlier when we were backstage. It's the first time she's seen it, and she kind of grabbed me. She said, "Is that a mousse for blonde hair?" And she genuinely said, "Giles, I have spent $40 to $50 she said, I've bought 3 mousses in the last few months. Every single one of them dulled my hair and discolored my hair. I don't use them." And you genuinely said that, right? And this is the thing, because so many styling products out there actually don't have ingredients that are engineered to keep your color looking fresh and bright. Every single product, right from our root cover-up, through our shampoo to all of our styling products, are engineered to keep your color looking absolutely perfect from the day you leave the salon to the day you come back. That's our goal, you know. So when we design these mousses, we noticed that was happening. So first of all, the ingredients aren't going to dull or discolor, but with that lavender tone, it's actually going to help that color pop, and you'll see that in the before and after as well. So I've put the kale on the ends, first of all.
Okay.
So now I'm going to use the mousse. So I'm going to just dispense it into my hand. Okay. I don't need a massive amount because I'm just doing one section here. I'm just going to kind of work it into my hand, but you'll notice it's totally different from a traditional mousse. It doesn't like dissipate into like water. It stays like light and fluffy. It's so nice to work with. And the whole thing is as well, you've got to think, if you go to a salon, okay, and you know, you always leave the salon, your hair looks absolutely gorgeous, like fantastic. Think about it. That hairdresser always puts a product on your hair. And there is a reason for that, because we know. We're the hairdressers. We're in the know. We know what to use. And when you can have a mousse that you can take home yourself that is so easy, because all you do with the mousse, which is probably why Jamie is desperately trying to find one, you just squirt it out, you just rub it in, and you put it through. And that's all I've done here.
Now, the amount that you used on Jamie's hair,
yes.
Is that like, would we section off our hair, or would we just do all the hair at once? What's your recommendation, Giles, for this?
It's a really good point, and it really depends how thick your hair is.
Okay.
If your hair is really thick, like Jamie's, I kind of broke it up into 4 big sections. Now, I love my vent brush here, okay? Now, if you want a different angle, you can actually take your mousse, run it through a vent brush, and actually pull it through. If you've got much thicker hair and you find getting that kind of distribution of the product, but really just with your hands, it's easy. You just rake it through big sections, kind of from the root right through to the tips, and then you're ready to style. It is that easy to use a mousse, which is why people loved mousses. They just didn't love them because they're all sticky and crunchy and dry the hair and dull it.
So here's the thing. We all love the effect that mousse gives us, okay? The mousses of 2000 and development process of products from the color perspective, and then figuring out all the solutions to styling your hair from there. So definitely pick this out Jamie's hair now.
Yes,
okay.
I am.
Okay.
I love this, getting to do so much hair. It's my favorite, you know. So what I've done, I've already set Jamie's hair, but I really wanted just to show everyone just a bit of technique on actually blow drying. which is quite important. And it's another thing, you know, when I have clients that come into me in the salon, they're always asking me questions. Oh, how do you do that? What brush do you use? So I use a round, real bristle brush. It's actually got a plastic bristle and a real bristle kind of mixed in. What that actually does, the plastic helps give me grip, and the real bristle actually helps to give me smoothness on the hair. So first of all, what I'm going to do is actually roll the hair and get some bend into the hair when I'm blow drying it. And then I'm actually going to use a Velcro roller here, which are my favorite, okay, to actually support the bend I've put in the hair. Now, this is the thing that I think a lot of people get wrong. They kind of blow dry their hair really quickly, kind of straight, and then they put it in a roller and they take it out and they're like, why didn't I get any bend in my hair? And the reason for that is because you have to put the bend in first, and then you use the roller to support the bend that you've put into your hair. So that's the kind of important thing.
Yeah,
so
that makes a lot of sense.
Because exactly, so you heat it up first, get the bend, and then it cool around the roller, and that will actually set your hair. So I'm going to take my hairdryer here. Now, first of all, I'm going to get into the root area first, and I'm going to dry it lifted, because I want to get root lift. So I'm going to lift it up, and then when I pull the hair, I'm actually going to roll it around the brush, okay? Which is actually going to give me the bend on the ends that I want. And then I'm going to roll it down again, and it's going to give me the bend in the middle that I want. And then I'm going to roll it down, and it's... The main thing is really, Alberti, you've got to break the hair into 3 parts. If you want, like, body at the root, but you want really straight hair, focus on the root first. Get the body into the root first. I want bend all through the hair, so I'm starting at the root because I want root lift. And this is simple. Just take your brush at home, put it in, hold it, get good tension on it, and heat it up. It's not complicated. Just heat it up at the root, lifting the roots. You've got to think to yourself, what do you want to achieve at the end? And I want to get lift. So when I take that brush out, there's lift in those roots already. Then I'm going to roll it with some heat. I'm going to heat up those ends because I'm getting bend around the ends because I want all this hair to be nice and bent. So I'm going to see what I'm doing, and I'm just, so it's not like overly complicated, like, oh my goodness, because you're pulling it and it's all falling out. Just gently roll it around the brush. Use a bigger brush if you find that easier. You know, just very simply lift, heat, roll, heat, roll, heat. And actually once you heat and it's dry, that's when you put it into the roller to then set it. So you just want to do that just a few times. Now, a good little tip for you, Alberti, is if you feel the hair and it still feels cold, don't put it in the roller. Because you've got to think to yourself, evaporation causes cooling. So if the hair's still cool, it means water is still evaporating. So when you actually heat it up like this, and then you pull it out and you feel it, and I'm actually feeling the hair, oh, it's hot. So I'm like, perfect. Evaporation has happened. All the hair is hot. So I'm just going to heat it up one last time.
Well, all I know is that I'm watching you do this, and it is so mesmerizing. First of all, you've done it so quickly. It looks so gentle, this process. It doesn't look like you're pulling or tugging. It actually looks like it's, you know, true styling at its best. And that's obviously because you've been in the industry for so many years and you're an expert at what you do. And we're so happy to have you here. I have to tell you, Holly in our chat is saying, this guy is making me love him. No alcohol, and purple is awesome. She's talking about the mousse. She says, where has he been all my life? My answer was in the UK.
Yes, and it's exactly what Jamie said to me earlier as well. Don't be scared by the tones of the mousses. The mousses are just very gently toned, so they're not going to like change your hair color. They're only going to help it.
Well, so many people in our chat are just loving your tips, Giles, so thank you so much. If you're just tuning in, you are watching the premier hour of Colorwow hair products here. We're giving everybody the ability to have great hair every single day with Colorwow, a brand that really focuses on, you know, solving all the problems that people have with their hair. Number one, first and foremost, you know, the color. So many people color their hair, and they want their hair color to remain vibrant and bright and to prevent it from being brassy, and at the same time, they want their hair care to be great for it. Colorwow does all of that. They've won over 52 awards in the 4 years that they've been around. Giles has been styling Jamie's hair. We started with a shampoo and a conditioner. We used a kale cocktail, which was awesome in this tutorial. Right now, we're showing you the mousse in action. Look at this volume.
Yes.
Wow.
I know. And I really wanted to show you as well. So this was the roller I just put in earlier. Just so I can just show. Can you see the amount of bend that's in that hair? Okay? So that is what I did just by rolling it and blow drying. It's smooth, it's shiny. Then I take the Velcro roller, okay, from the ends. Just make sure you don't buckle the ends and just gently roll it down. And then just get a little pin and just pin it. So that bend that I just put in now is cooling around that roller. That cooling effect is what's actually going to set the hair. Now you can already see how crisp and blonde her hair is looking.
Yes.
I kind of call it blonditis. Like everybody that's blonde wants to be blonder. You know, everyone wants to be a bit crisper, a bit cooler. You know, so it's just
blondes have more fun.
Absolutely, that's right.
That's what they say, right? But you know what? I think that definitely in the studio I can see it, and also in the monitors I can see it. So I'm hoping that everyone at home can truly see that Jamie's hair has a crisp, beautiful, blonde tone to it. We all know what that tone looks like when you leave the salon and your hair is freshly colored. It's bright, it's vibrant. You feel the perfect color that you have. Today, you can now actually retone it every single time. You know, I've seen so many shampoos that tone your hair, and I never understood it because it's like, wait a minute, you just wash it back down the drain again.
Exactly.
Here, you're using the mousse to tone the hair. And you could see on the before shot on the left-hand side, Jamie's hair is a little bit more brassy, has more yellow tones in it. Look at how crisp and clean her blonde is. And by the way, where did all this hair come from?
I mean, seriously, look at her hair before. I mean, it's thick, it's voluptuous, it's healthy, it's glossy.
And it's not stiff.
No, not at all. Look, I'm running my hands
Wow, I have
through
to
it.
run my hands through this because
Yeah.
I've never seen Jamie's hair look like this. This is, wow. This is amazing.
You feel that? It's not sticky.
This is amazing.
It's
How do
kind
you
of-
feel? You must feel like $1 million, right? For
You look like
real.
you're ready for the
It looks so
catwalk.
good. Oh my gosh, look at this. It has so much movement. You look like a movie star, Jamie.
And it's the thing about, well, we kind of just want to make it easy for you to get the head of hair you've always wanted. Jamie wants
And we're celebrating with a special 3-hour edition of the show. Get ready for great products and maybe even a surprise or two. The party starts Monday at 7.
Every single one of us has our own unique path.
There's so many things that she said that it hit my heart. Joy's relationship with her children definitely made me think about my son. Everything I do is for him. I want to be his inspiration.
Less fear, more joy.
More joy.
You are your greatest invention. What will your story be?
The appraised values you see at HSN are set by independent, professionally certified appraisers. They determine, as closely as possible, the approximate retail cost of replacing or recreating the item, not the possible sell or purchase price. Because subjective estimates and judgments are involved, appraisals may vary by as much as 25%. Call your customer service rep for more information.
Being a chef is the best job in the world. You can actually make people happy through food. The true goal of the Simply Mean collection is bringing all my experience of cooking for the last 30 years to you at home to make you realize that anyone can do this. And it should not be a task or a job. There's pleasure involved in making food. You'll be amazed how easy it is to be a chef.
Join Chef Ming Tsai on HSN.
Well, thank you so very much for being here at HSN. My name is Marlo Smith. I hope you had a lot of fun. We are going to change the channel literally because we're going to be diving into an hour of beauty. And this hour is going to be extra special because we get to spend the next hour with Lisa Price, who is the founder and president of Carol's Daughter. This will be the final chance for you to be able to stock up on all of your Carol's Daughter before the new year. They are not back until the end of December. So if you're looking for Christmas gifts, birthday gifts, any type of holiday gift, this is the final chance. And with that, I've got to give you a look at Minoy. We know that Minoy is not only their #1 category and brand, but this is the #1 best-selling shampoo at HSN, and we have final quantities. There is just about 1,000 of these.
You know who you are. This hair is bleached out to ooh. You know, that feeling where it's going to break off?
I have no idea what you're talking about, Nick, because my hair's all natural.
Look at the shine on this. Girls, this is unbelievable. Look what you got there. Is that great? Flip your head all the way over, sweetie.
Lord, how I wish they could see the before on this.
I know.
Feel this. I saw this
you
before.
Saw this.
This is like glass.
You said to me, oh.
I said, I wish she could be out there like with their hair before and we could style it live, but that would take 15
Girls, this is something a must-have. Flip your head back. If you go to my website, it is $119 for this kit.
This kit?
$119.
Well, today it's $59.96. And today it's on 3 easy payments. What happens at the end of the day? We lose that easy payment opportunity. I mean, I thought it was great. Nick and I were kind of like, we were dueling on what the big story is here. Like the fact that you can try all of these, find your favorite, and then go to .com and pick up the large size. But I said, I don't know. For me, it's that my hair is never really the same month to month to month to month.
Can we move that table real quick so that it's not showing on the light?
But
here I want everybody to see something. Take a look at the shine on this hair. This is Thirst Cruncher. Look at this. Is that crazy?
Glass.
Glass like
Thirst quencher.
Ladies, what I want you to know, again, if your hair tangles up, if it's really dry, if your color is really faded, put the conditioner all through the hair, dry, put it up like this, twist it, and then right when you get into the shower, go ahead. Girls, come back on here real quick. The red hair right here, look how beautiful.